Welcome to part 3 in the Alexis Pickett case. Let's get right back to where we left off in the criminal complaint. On November 14th, 2025, investigator Westfall made contact with Alexis's friend SR regarding her recent contacts with Alexis. SR said that she would have screenshots of messages between her and Alexis. SR was provided a link to upload these items and also uploaded a recording of a conversation between Matt, Sierra, and Alexis. This conversation was transcribed as follows. So I'm going to read them out. Sometimes going back and forth with these voices and saying the names can be confusing. So work with me. I've done this before where I'll just do a deeper voice, which will indicate Matt as the man in the conversation. And I'll just use a regular female voice for Alexis. It will just make it easier to listen to. So it does start with Alexis. I just don't know what kind of human being you are anymore. What I will say now is if this is your decision and you're going to keep the kid, things are going to be very different between you and I. I expect that, and that's okay. Okay, I have things I need to do. Right. And it's not going to be the best thing for everyone, but it is going to be the best thing for the people, like for OM. It will be the best thing for OM. It's going to be the best. It's then inaudible. I'm really sorry that you decided to do this. Well, are you going to sign your rights over to both of them? I don't think that's an option. Because if you sign your rights over to this baby, they're not going to look at that as, well, you don't want to keep one baby, but you want to keep the other. So what are you saying? What are you going to do? The only thing I could think of that would help you in this situation is to sign your rights over. That's the only thing I could think of. Okay, is that an option? The only option? With what? Do you want me to sign my rights away? For OM? For whoever, is that what you want? No, of course not. Why? Is that what you want? No, but what I'm going to say now is I have information and I am going to use that information. Things are going to be difficult. There's nothing you can do. What are you going to take custody of OM? Because then you will have to take custody of this child too. This is your decision. You are the one to make this decision. You'll have to live with these consequences if you decide. Yeah, I know. You'll have to live with the consequences that you got me pregnant, but I want you to know something. I'm not scared of your empty threats anymore. Then it says that this part of the conversation is inaudible and that Matt and Alexis are just talking over each other briefly. Technically, it empty for me because I know for a fact that you're not going to fight for custody. And if you are, there's like a 30% chance that you're going to win. That's not going to bother me anymore like it used to, okay? I need to say it to you, but it really does not because I am the best mother. Listen to me. And then it says that he repeats this 6 times as Alexis is trying to speak. So he's like, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. The best mother I have been in a while. I've been taking care of OM for the longest with no help from you other than child support. I think I'm good. Listen to me. You need to listen to me. You need to listen to me. Listen to me. You need to listen to me. Listen to me because you need to hear this. Are you going to listen? You're threatening to take away custody because I'm not getting a termination? Alexis, listen. No, answer that. Are you listening to me? Good dude, I'm going to slap this guy myself. Are you going to answer my question? Are you threatening to take away custody? You need to be quiet and listen to me. I need to? Yes, you do. What is it, Matt? I have talked to a lawyer. Mm-hmm. I have paperwork from that lawyer. Yeah? That tells me there's a Wisconsin statute. And then it's the end of the recording. So that was that conversation that the friend sent in. Now we're moving on to video surveillance in the neighborhood. Investigator Westfall also learned that a woman named J.B. approached an LCPD patrol car at approximately 8 a.m. on November 14th, 2025. J.B. informed the officer that her mother, R.B., lived in the neighborhood and had video surveillance cameras that captured, quote, a male walking out of Alexis's front door and getting into an FJ Cruiser. He is seen leaving a few moments before the fire started. The camera number 6 view, investigator Westphal explained the video is positioned in a way to see Alexis's front door, but not the bedroom window above the door. It also shows the alley heading to the front door. Investigator Westphal watched the video and noted the following important times. At 12:44 a.m., the FJ Cruiser observed traveling eastbound on Taylor Street, then parks on the south side of Taylor Street in front of Alexis's Taylor Street out of camera view. The lights flash on the vehicle when being locked. 12:45 a.m., the subject, later identified to be Matthew Sierra, walks from location where FJ Cruiser was parked, walks up to the front south-facing door of Taylor Street and enters the residence. At 2:46 a.m., the subject, later identified to be Matthew Sierra, exits the residence using the front south-facing door and walks out of camera view to the location where the FJ Cruiser is parked. Double light flash indicates the vehicle's unlocked. At 2:48 a.m., the FJ Cruiser observed driving northbound through 2800 Block Alley, parks in the alley facing Alexis's residence in camera view, parks and turns off the headlights. This complaint says that it should be noted the location where the FJ Cruiser is parked in the 2800 block of Hamilton Street West provided a clear view of the south side, including the second floor bedroom of the window of Alexis's home on Taylor Street. 2:50 a.m. The FJ Cruiser headlights turn on and the vehicle starts and exits alley northbound, turning eastbound onto Taylor Street. Between the time of the subject suspected to be Matthew Sierra leaving Alexis's home on Taylor Street and first responders arriving on scene, no one else is observed going to or coming from the residence using the front door. Investigator Rosnow further reviewed this video's audio and heard the following. At 2:32:20 a.m., a dog could be heard barking somewhat aggressively and gets louder. It sounds like a small breed dog based on the bark. At 2:32:28 a.m., the bark changes to more of a bark/yelp. At 2:32:35 a.m., the bark/yelp stops. 2:46:30 a.m., an audible smoke alarm can be heard going off. There is a steady 3 beeps that can be heard now. Investigator Rosnow heard at least 5 sets of 3 beeps until Alexis' front door opens. 2:46:20 a.m. The video shows Matthew walking away from the front of Alexis's residence. 2:46:30 a.m. Video of Matthew unlocking his vehicle as one can see 2 visible flashes of light similar to unlocking a vehicle. It states, please note that according to the video and audio times, Matthew was unlocking his vehicle at the same time audio smoke alarms can be heard. 2:48:10 a.m. Audio of a vehicle engine shutting off. Audible smoke alarms still heard going off, at least 2 smoke alarms heard. At 2:48:10 a.m., video of Matthew pulling over in the alleyway and shutting vehicle engine off. 2:48:59 a.m. Multiple audible smoke alarms can be heard going off repeatedly until Matthew's vehicle leaves. At 2:50:12 a.m., audible sounds of Matthew's vehicle engine starting. 2:51:30 a.m. to 3:01:44 a.m. Audible smoke alarms are repeatedly going off, consistent with what has been heard. At 3:23:22 a.m., visual fire can be seen as it reflects off of Alexis's vehicle. This grows in strength and is clearly visible. At 3:25:04 a.m., audio of what is believed to be a window shattering. After the window shatters, the audible smoke alarm can be heard again. At 3:25:39 a.m., audio of a second window shattering. Audible smoke alarms can still be heard. The fire is very large and intense at this point. 3:31:46 a.m., audio of a male yelling, anyone in there? Audible smoke alarms are clearly heard. 3:33:43 a.m., audio of first police sirens can be heard in the distance. Between the time the subject suspected to be Matthew Sierra leaving Alexis's Taylor Street residence and first responders arriving on scene, and no one else is observed going to or coming from the residence using the front south-facing door. This is going to be the end of part 3. I will see you over in part 4. As always, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure that you like, comment, and share. I will see you all over in the next one.